So in this video, I'm going to explain about our setup wizard that we use in order to help you set up the system. So what we've tried to avoid happening is that you sign up for our system and you don't know where to begin because there's too much to set up and you don't know which order to do it in. So with the setup wizard, we've tried to ask questions in the order in which they need to be asked, and you can then give us the answers and we can set the system up for you just how you want it to be used. So straight out of the gate, you've got two options. You can either do a simple setup where it just asks for your salon information and you're good to go. Or if you want to take the time to customize the system, you can give us stuff such as your working hours, the services, etc. So the simple wizard takes a couple of minutes to do, and the advanced wizard can take up to about 10 minutes depending on how many services you've got. So for the purposes of this video, I'm going to go through the advanced wizard. So I'm going to start by clicking on Let's Get Started. So in here, it's just going to ask you for some salon information, such as your name, the company's name, your phone number, your email address, and your address details. So the reason why we ask for your address is because on the new customer form, once the customer has completed their form, we show them like a kind of post-submission screen where we say, thank you for filling out the form. Our address is this and our phone number is this, to so they've got a bit of information about you. If you're a mobile groomer, if you check this, we don't ask for it. So we do cater for mobile groomers. So if I click next, it's going to save this down and it's going to ask what my opening hours are for the salon. So I can select what the opening hours are. So if I don't open on a Saturday, I can uncheck that. If I click next, it's going to ask what services I offer. So do I offer a service based on a particular breed of dog? So a Cockapoo service, a Bull Mastiff service, a Yorkie service. But to keep things simple, in here I've got services based around miniature dogs, small, medium, large and hand stripping. I can add another one by clicking here, and I can remove by clicking this. If I click next, it's going to ask what products do you sell. So in this example, I sell a D-Shed mud treatment for £5, and I also offer a blueberry facial for £10. So if I want to add another one in there, I can add dog treats, and then that could be £2.50. So if I click next, it's going to save that down, and we like to ask the questions rather than just give you a bunch of options. So when sending out a new customer form, what should we ask them? So in here you can check what questions you want to ask a customer. So I want to know their address and how they heard about us. I want to know the sex of the pet, the colour. I want to know the weight, the date of birth. I want to know if they're neutered, if they're insured, if they're chipped, if they've got a history of being aggressive. I also want to know about vaccinations. I don't really care if they're allowed treats because I don't give dogs treats. And I'm not too worried if they're afraid of noises, but I need to know their vet information, any medical concerns, and if there's any other comments. And then I need to click next to go to the next screen. So if I click next, it's now going to ask me, when sending out a new customer form, what are your terms and conditions? So when a customer gets a new customer form from yourself, it will have questions at the top, and then at the bottom it will say, here are terms and conditions, here's the MATIB policy, here in effect is the contract, tick here to sign it. So they won't be able to submit the form until they've agreed to your terms of service. So in here I can paste in what my pricing policy is, my policy for aggressive dogs, ear plucking, and then what my dematting policy is. So if I then click next, it's going to say, how would you like reminders to be sent? So I'd like to remind my customers of their appointments via SMS 4 days beforehand. So I'm going to have that selected. In addition here, it's giving you two more reminders that we offer. So what this reminder here is if it's a new customer and you've sent them out a form to fill in and they've not got round to doing it, how many days do you want to give them before you give them a little nudge to say, hey, I need that form filled out? So If I check that to on and 2 days, that's basically saying that if I send a form out Monday evening and it gets to Wednesday evening and they've still not filled it in, they're going to get a little gentle reminder to fill in the form. And this one here is around deposit requests for appointments. So if you're requesting a £20 deposit for an appointment and after 2 days they've still not paid it, the system will notify you that they've not paid it and send a little reminder to them. So next I'm going to have to configure top line aware. So I'm going to enroll in this and click yes. And lastly, you'll be asked to pick a subscription type. So we offer a 30-day trial with Topline Dogs, where we don't ask for any payment up front, we don't ask for a card up front, and you can enjoy using the system. And after 30 days, if you want to continue using it, then you just need to enter card details and you can continue using the system uninterrupted. So I'm going to click on activate free trial and I'm not going to add a card. That's going to activate. And then if I click finish, straight into the system and it's ready to be used.